Heavily on Jacy Sheldon. Look at this list. 3 Buckeye players since 2000 have left Columbus with at least 1,700 points and 200 steals. They are Samantha Perhalis, Taylor Hill, Kelsey Mitchell. What do they all have in common? They were first-round WNBA picks. Sheldon already on this list, but some time still left to play during her career in Columbus. And that is where we head right now for the big interview, as Jacy Sheldon is kind enough to join us. Jacy, first and foremost, welcome in. Happy holidays. I think I can still say Happy New Year. We appreciate you taking some time here on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right, Jacy, I want to talk first about what you've been doing lately in terms of scoring the basketball. You've had 3 30-point games in the last month alone. What for you is working right when you're scoring the basketball at that kind of clip?
Yeah, I think what's huge for us is our defense. We like to, throw that press on people early, get things going in transition. And lately we've been moving the ball really well. So I think we're starting to gel a lot as a team and moving it and getting things going early, which has helped us.
Obviously, points per game is one fun stat, but I look at your shooting percentage and you're better than 55%, which is really good, obviously, for a guard who takes some of your shots in the perimeter. How much of your focus when you're playing really well is about the right shot and your overall shot selection?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. I think we emphasize that a lot too at practice. And you mentioned the percentage. That's probably too high. It probably means I need to take a couple more shots. But for us, like I mentioned earlier, the big thing is getting the ball moving and getting the extra pass and getting somebody open. So that's been our focus, and I think we've done a pretty good job of it.
Now, as good as those stats are, our crack research team tells me that there's one stat in which you're kind of lagging behind your teammates, and that's the season-long competition for the dub chain. Can you tell us what exactly that is and why you're behind those teammates?
Yeah, so the dub chain is something, it's a tradition we've started, I think, just maybe a year ago. And we get it out after every game to the player most deserving. So kind of the one who made an impact, the biggest impact on our win. And it's really special to us. It's something we've kind of enjoyed from the start. So it's been pretty cool. As far as me being behind, I can't speak on that. I'm happy for everyone who's got it. I think everyone who's got it is very deserving. And the best part is we get to celebrate each other. And that's something this team really likes to do.
We were just watching some video of the celebration of Coach McGuff kind of giving out those chains. So how many chains exist? 2 per game?
So there is normally just one. Sometimes they actually surprised us a couple games and gave out 2. So we were surprised with you guys. We didn't know that there were 2, but it's pretty cool when that does happen.
I mean, they look like they're protected pretty well. Careful cases, making sure they don't get scratched.
Absolutely. Ryan, one of our coaches, brings them out in a briefcase. So it's the real deal.
Absolutely love it. That kind of fun, and I think the style of the game right now has helped women's basketball become as popular as it's ever been. What's it like to be playing a sport when it's at its very peak?
It's exciting. It's exciting. I think that, especially what women's basketball specifically is going through and the growth and attention it's getting, it's awesome to be a part of that. And then as far as, being a part of the pace of the game and the pace we play at, I think is also helping women's basketball a lot too. And it's more enjoyable and really fun to watch. And I think you're starting to see that.
And it's not just women's basketball, it's women's sports in general. This fall, we saw the first ever women's volleyball game on national television with a Fox broadcast. I know you guys have a game coming up that'll be broadcast by NBC against Iowa. The profile and being part of something that is getting bigger than it's ever been before, how much conversation is that amongst you, your teammates, and the other female student athletes at Ohio State?
Yeah, it's special. It's really special. You mentioned volleyball, and I have a lot of friends that played volleyball, and just seeing everything their sport was able to do too is really cool. And then as far as that Iowa game, I mean, that's really exciting, and we're looking forward to it. We have 3 really tough matchups in the Big Ten before then, so that's where our focus is right now.
I know you don't love to look back at last year and talk much about that injury because it is something that's in the past, but how much of what you went through last year is fueling what you're doing this year?
Yeah, a lot of it. I think more than anything, it's just keeping myself accountable and on top of my rehab just to make sure that situation doesn't happen again. But I learned a lot from it. It was a learning experience for me, and got to be a part of the team in a different way and lead in a different way. So more than anything, though, I'm really, really excited to be back out there with these girls because we got a really special group.
When you came back and you got to play in the tournament and you had 17, 7, and 5 in that phenomenal historic win over UConn, Was there a belief at that point? Did you already know, first of all, that you were going to come back for your COVID year? And at that point, especially after that win, I know you're thinking about just that NCAA tournament, but were you thinking already about how bright the future could be for this team?
Yeah, I think, I hadn't made a decision. I kind of kept my focus on, chasing that championship. But as far as our group we had, it's a special group, and I knew that. And that obviously played a huge part in my decision. And the girls we have and the talent we have, I wasn't ready to let that go. And I think we still got a lot of work to do this year, but I'm excited to see what we can do.
For you individually, a bunch of honors already. You've been second team All Big Ten, then first team All Big Ten, All Defensive Team. You were an honorable mention All American. What do you feel is left to accomplish for Jacy Sheldon, the basketball player?
Yeah, I think, getting this group to our peak is my focus. I think, like I said, the talent we have is awesome, and the group we have is a really good one. So just being able to, accomplish all those team goals. Obviously, the Big Ten is a really good league, and then after Big Ten play, chasing that championship is always our goal.
Personally, Jacy, you have a sibling, your sister Emmy, with Down syndrome, who I know is kind of the unofficial member of the Ohio State team with the squad a lot. Seen some video of her celebrating with the team, getting them ready pregame. I saw an interview with your mom in which she said that she has given every bit as much to you as you have given back to her. What do you think your mom meant by that?
Yeah, I don't even realize probably what I do for her, but the impact she's had on me is huge, and not only me but this team. And it's really special that I think the world's getting to see her through the lens that we do. But she's really special. She's my best friend. She's someone that has pushed me to be my best in really every aspect of my life. So she's awesome.
And I love it when people listen closely, maybe at some home Ohio State games and opposing players are shooting free throws, and you hear some really loud, even blood-curdling screams right there to throw off those free throw shooters. That is Emmy. How effective has she been throughout her Ohio State career in doing that?
She's very effective. We had a game in the Bahamas where there weren't a lot of people there, and that's when I noticed how much she does pay attention and how much of an impact she does make. So she's learning the game. She's got no choice with our family, but it's really cool to see her adapt to the game and learn.
There may be just one Sheldon officially on the team, but we know there are truly two, Jacy and Emmy. Jacy, it's been absolutely great to catch up. So much fun to watch you. Wish you and the Buckeyes the best of luck throughout the course of the rest of the season. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, great stuff from Ohio State guard